Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have my 2017 NFL Week 8 predictions. And first things first, I cannot believe that we are already in Week 8. It seems like the season just started, like, last week. But we're almost halfway through the season already, and this is my predictions for Week 8. So first things first, obviously the first two games of the week, the Thursday night game with the Dolphins and the Ravens, and then the early game today in London with the Vikings and the Browns. I did not obviously get those two predictions before the games actually happened, but first of all, I'm going to show you guys proof that I actually picked the Ravens for the Thursday night game. So this is Thursday at 10:32 in the morning. So I'm in this like NFL talk on Instagram with a few people, WW5155 and a couple others. So he sent this at 10:32. Just about Dante Hightower missing the rest of the season. That's what Monster Jam Live 2018 said. And then this is at 11:06, and I answered at 11:19. I said Dolphins, unfortunately, at first. By the way, the reason I said unfortunately is because the Bills are my favorite team, so obviously I don't want them to win, but I thought they were going to because I didn't know that Jay Cutler was injured at first, so he said, like, anyways, Dolphins or Ravens tonight, I'm going with the Ravens, and I said Dolphins, unfortunately. Then he said Jay Cutler got hurt, and the other guy who was starting sucks. Then I said, he said Cutler got hurt and the other guy is starting who sucks. Then that was at 11:45. Then at 2:21 I said, oh. Then at 2:26 I said, well, I'm making my predictions video today. I think I'll go with the Ravens. Now, that was at 2:26 on Thursday before the actual game. So there is proof that I did pick the Ravens for the Thursday night game. Then he just said, yeah, Jay Cutler has cracked ribs and will miss the game today. If he gets a big hit next week, he could break a rib and be out for the season. So, yeah, I did pick the Ravens, and there's proof right there. 2:26 on Thursday. That was before the game, obviously, because the game was like 8:30 on Thursday. So, yeah, 1-0 to start the week with the Ravens beating the Dolphins. Now let's just jump into the rest of my predictions. Let me just get it up here. First things first, the London game this morning, the Vikings and the Browns. It's actually not over with yet, but it's just about over with, I think. There's like a minute left as I'm recording this. It is 12:34, 26 minutes before the 1 o'clock games start, which is only 2 4 o'clock games this week. Alright, here it is. So, as you see, the Ravens beat the Dolphins 40-0. Oh yeah, by the way, last week I went 10-5. Besides that week and week 1, I have went the same amount of wins, or the same amount that I got correct, I also got incorrect. Like, I either went 8-8 or 7-7, I believe, every week before last week, and then I went 6-9 in week 1. But weeks 2 through 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 5 weeks in a row, I had the same exact record. But last week I went 10-5, and I actually, by the way, I picked the Bears to beat the Panthers, and they did it. That was my upset pick. I wasn't sure if it was really going to happen, and they did. They beat the Panthers, so that was pretty amazing. So, by the way, my current record now is 54-52. I finally have a winning record. 54 correct, 52 incorrect. So let's hope to improve even better this week. Now, with my 1-0 start, it's actually a 2-0 start, because with a minute left to go, the Vikings lead the Browns by 17, 33-16. And I'm pretty sure anybody would have picked the Vikings. They only have 2 losses this season. I believe they're 4-2, maybe even 5-2. And the Browns are 0-7 with no wins. They're the only team with no wins alongside the 49ers. So, obviously, I would have picked the Vikings. I don't think anybody would have picked the Browns. So, 2-0 start to this week, because I picked the Vikings over the Browns. Now let's start the actual predictions for games that have not happened yet. We have the Chargers at the Patriots. Sorry that the lighting just got so weird there. Anyways, so, yeah, the Chargers, they're playing in New England, so the Chargers are on the road in New England, and I think this could be a very close game, but I just don't see the Chargers winning it. I think the Patriots are going to win it, especially after their huge win against the Falcons last week. I'm going to pick the Patriots to beat the Chargers. Now, I'm going to pick the Bears to win back-to-back weeks. I got it right against the Panthers. I'm picking the Bears on the road in New Orleans. The Saints coming off that big one against the Packers, but the Packers were without Aaron Rodgers, so it was kind of easier for them to win, obviously, because obviously Aaron Rodgers is way better than Brett Hundley. So I think that the Bears are going to do it against the Saints today, so I'm picking the Bears over the Saints. Then we have the Panthers at the Buccaneers. This is one of the toughest games of the week to pick, but I'm going to pick the Buccaneers at home. I think they're coming off a tough loss against the Bills, and I think they're going to get revenge this weekend against the Panthers, and the Panthers coming off that tough loss as well against the Bears. Both these teams coming off of tough losses, but the Buccaneers were leading late in the game and then blew it against the Bills. So I'm picking the Buccaneers against the Panthers. Then we have the Colts at the Bengals. The Bengals coming off a tough loss to the Steelers, but I think they're still a good team. They're 2-4, I believe. Yeah, they're 2-4, and the Colts are 2-5. The Colts just got blown out by the Jaguars. I actually picked the Colts to win last week against the Jaguars, but Remind me to never pick the Colts again. So I'm picking the Bengals at home against the Colts to win it and then go to 3-4 and be just one win away from getting back to a even record. Same amount wins as they do losses. But yeah, I'm picking the Bengals over the Colts. Now here's another very tough game to pick. We have the 3-4 Raiders at the 4-2 Bills. It's in Buffalo. Both these teams coming off of huge wins. The Raiders knocking off the Chiefs, who gave them just their second loss of the season, and the Bills coming off a huge game, like I was mentioning earlier, that huge win against the Buccaneers when they came back in the late stages of the game thanks to their defense and their kicker, Steven Hauschka, which I am a Bills fan, of course, and in tough games like this, you always got to choose your team. I'm picking the Bills to beat the Raiders. The 49ers at the Eagles. The Eagles are 6-1. The 49ers are 0-7. They're in Philadelphia, and that just answers it all. I'm picking the Eagles to beat the 49ers. I don't think anybody's going to pick the 49ers in this one. So I'm picking the Eagles to beat the 49ers in Philly. Now we have the Falcons at the Jets. I believe both these teams are 3-4. I know the Jets are, but I'm not sure if the Falcons are 3-3 or 3-4. I don't know if they had a bye week yet or not. Actually, I think they did. I think they're 3-3. So yeah, they're playing in MetLife. The Jets are at home. And I think this is going to be a really close game, but believe it or not, I actually am going to take the Jets, because the Falcons have already lost to the Bills, Dolphins, and Patriots. They're 0-3 against AFC East opponents. The Jets are the final team in the AFC East that they have to play, and I think they're going to go 0-4 this season against AFC East opponents, and I am picking the Jets to beat the Falcons at home, especially coming off of back-to-back tough losses against the Patriots and Dolphins, where they were there in the late stages of the game. They blew it against the Dolphins and the Patriots. They were leading in both of those games and just fell short, so I think they're going to retaliate this week and beat the Falcons. Now, the only 4:05 game is the Texans at the Seahawks. This game could be very close, too. Another tough one to pick, but believe it or not, I am actually going to pick the Houston Texans on the road. Their offense, ever since Deshaun Watson started, has just seemed explosive, and I think they're going to win against the Seahawks. The Seahawks are still a good team, don't get me wrong, but I'm going with the Texans to beat the Seahawks on the road. That's one of my bold predictions of the week. Now here's another one: the Cowboys at the Redskins. I believe the Redskins are 4-3 and the Cowboys are 3-4. I'm not sure, but I know that they're very close in record. So I don't really know if this is a bold prediction or not. But I'm going to pick the Redskins to beat the Cowboys. It's kind of just a bold prediction considering the Cowboys last season went 13-3 and made it to round 2 of the playoffs. But yeah, I'm picking the Redskins actually at home to defeat the Cowboys. That's going to be a very close one, but I think the Redskins are going to be able to pull it off. The Steelers at the Lions, this should be a good one as well. The Lions looked very good early in the season. Now they have a couple losses, and I think that's going to carry over here against the Steelers. Although the Lions are home, I'm going to pick the Steelers to win it on the road in Detroit and defeat the Lions. Now tomorrow night at 8:30, this game, I don't know. This could go either way, I guess. Both coming off tough losses. Wait, who did the Broncos play last week? Let's see if they have it on here. Yeah, this is yeah, that's right. They got blown out by the Chargers last week, 21-0. And I think that's going to carry over this week. Although the Chiefs are coming off that tough loss against the Raiders, like I mentioned earlier, I just think they're going to retaliate and win against the Broncos. They're not losing 3 in a row. I mean, last year the Vikings, they started 5-0 and ended up 5-5, and I don't think the Chiefs are going to do that. Because if they lose this one, they started 5-0 and they'd already beat a 5-3, and I don't see them losing this one, especially because the Broncos coming off that 21-0 loss against the Chargers. I don't think the Broncos are that good. They're really struggling at the quarterback position right now. So I'm picking the Chiefs tomorrow night at home to beat the Broncos in Kansas City. So here is my predictions. We will go over them one last time. By the way, that is final. Now the Vikings did beat the Browns. So yeah, here's my final picks. So the Ravens 1-0. The Vikings 2-0. Now here's the rest of the predictions. The Patriots over the Chargers. The Bears over the Saints. The Buccaneers over the Panthers. The Bengals over the Colts. The Bills over the Raiders. The Eagles over the 49ers. The Jets over the Falcons. The Texans over the Seahawks. The Redskins over the Cowboys. The Steelers over the Lions. And the Chiefs over the Denver Broncos. So there's my predictions. Sorry that it is late, but I think starting after this week, like starting every Tuesday, I'm going to start doing recap videos. Since we are about halfway through the season now, I think I'm going to start recapping the week that had just happened on Tuesday, like from the Monday night game, and then like the Sunday games and the Thursday game that had just happened. So basically, on Tuesday, I think I'm going to recap week 8 for whatever happens this week, and then Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to try to get my predictions up for week 9. That's how I'm going to try to do it for weeks 8 through 17 now for the rest of the season. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that subscribe button if you have not already, and smash that like button if you haven't already, and that's about it. So if you guys want, leave your predictions in the comments below. I know the games are starting like right now, but yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you did, smash that thumbs up and leave your predictions in the comments below like I just said, and I will see you guys next time.